Okay, now we're live. Welcome to Yes, I Can with the Plan Business Building Academy Live. So, this is for you. If you need something or you want something specifically covered for your business, just let me know. I'll give you all my contact information here in a little bit, and we'll make sure it's covered for you because this is for you and your business. And as you can see, what I'm going to share with you has been seen on NBC, ABC, Fox, the major channels, because it's a system that works. Now, I've broken down several components into little bite-sized pieces for this show. And each week we cover one step. So you can take that one step and implement it very easily. And so we've talked about attracting your ideal prospect. We've talked about how to get them engaged. And I guess I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but we'll get into everything here in just a second. By the way, my name is Lisa Long, and I'm the founder and CEO of Yes, I Can with the Plan and Yes, I Can with the Plan Academy for business owners. And I've got to click over here so my clicker will work. There we go. So if you're a business owner that wants more sales, more profit, and more time to have more fun, then let's give you some good tools and tips so you can do that. All right, so let's talk about success alignment. And we've had all kinds of like technical glitches here today. So this is for me as well as you. And it's always important to be aware and make sure that we're in the best place possible, physically, mentally, emotionally. And being a business owner, some days it kind of seems like we're swimming uphill all day long. And we have to be able to endure that. We have to be able to like shake it off, let it go, because we've got a lot on our shoulders and we have a lot to do. We have a lot of people counting on us. So we have to make sure we're in the best alignment possible. And I know there's a lot going on in the world today, especially in the US with all the politics and the craziness going on. And again, we've got to really be aware. To give you an idea of what I'm talking about, I'm working with a client on a big global project. And the other day she said, well, I think I'm going to put it off until after the elections. It's that kind of thinking that puts our success off. And then we'll do it again and again and again. It's the terror barrier. One thing, it's a really big project, taking her global. So she's going to come up against resistance because we're growing beyond her comfort level, which is what growth is, right? Moving beyond your comfort level. And then also all the negative blah, 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 blah that's going on out there in the world today can have an impact on our mental state if we allow it to. So especially as business owners, we have to put our blinders on. We have to, stick your fingers in your ear and like, I'm not hearing it. I am not buying into any of it. I've got to stay focused. I mean, there was one time I even had to tell my mom, bless her heart, she's up in heaven now watching over us. But I mean, I even had to tell her, it's like, I can't listen to all the horrible things going on in the world. I have to stay really, really positive, because she could be pretty negative. Some people are just like that. And she didn't even know she was doing it. How, this is wrong and that's wrong and this is wrong. And, everything's kind of wrong with the world out there. And I had to tell her, Mom, I love you, but I have to stay in a positive frame of mind if I'm going to make this business work. And she was just like, oh my gosh, she, like I said, she didn't even know she was doing that. So I'm going to give you a little exercise here. It's fun. It's totally ridiculous. You're probably going to think I'm crazy, and that's okay. I think all business owners, if they're successful, they're crazy because we are different, right? We're kind of woven out of a different fabric. That's why we don't work for other people, because we just don't fit that mold. So I think it's a good thing. Again, so I'm going to give you something here that's just really silly to help you get in alignment with your success. I do priming like every morning to get my mind, my body, like, all right, we're doing this. This is what we're doing. And so all the blah, blah doesn't filter in. We just like keep it out. So are you ready? All right. So I know I have on here, say out loud. If you don't want to, that's okay. But I want you to kind of embody what it's saying. Okay. So let's do it all together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes, 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 I can. Yes, I can with a plan. I've got this. Yes. And just own it. Own it in your body. Knowing that you're successful, knowing that you've got that goal, whether your goal is to move your business to 7 figures or the next 6-figure leap, whatever your goal is, just know you've got it. All right, so now let's do it. Oh, and one thing I wanted to share with Success Alignment, there's a lot of good things going on out there right now. I'm in a high-level mastermind group, and we met Friday. Sales are up across the board. Every single one of us entrepreneurs had really good weeks, and some good size sales too. You're talking, 30,000 plus for each sale. So that's not overall. That's each sale. So people are spending money. People are coming out. I happen to live in a tourist area. The tourists are here having fun, and I guess so people are they're spending money. They're making decisions, which is good. We need to live. We need to participate in life, right? And I wanted to share this with you. I saw this was posted the other day. It says, "I'm so happy, y'all. This is the first time securing 3 major commercial cleaning contracts with one company at once. I have a daily contract in 3 states, New York City, Las Vegas, and Los Angeles today." So I thought that was very exciting. I think that was posted last Thursday. So again, things are moving. Okay, so now that we're in alignment and ready to rock and roll and succeed, this is a series, and this is the 3rd episode of a 4-episode series. So first we talked about how to capture the attention of your ideal prospect. And when you do this, it'll save you a lot of money because you're not trying to advertise or do your lead generation for people who aren't your ideal prospect. And then we talked about how to get them engaged so they want to hear more of what you have to say. They lean in. And that is so important because then they're going to identify as a good client for you. And it helps build the know, like, trust factor. So they want to do business with you. And everything that I'm sharing with you in this series is going to make that sale at the back end so much quicker and easier because they know what you have. They know who you are. They know how much it is. And you're not wasting time with tire kickers. Don't you just hate that when you talk to somebody and you get to the close and they're like, "Oh, no, it's not the right time," or, "Oh, it's too much money," or whatever the excuse is. When you follow these steps, you don't have that nearly as often. Now, I'm not going to say it will never happen because, whatever. It happens. That's part of sales. You got to keep us on our toes, right? But it will happen a lot less frequently. So today, I want to share with you how to give them what they want. And I'm talking about your ideal prospect. How to give them what they really, really, really want from you. Okay? And that right there is going to help build that they want to know more about you before they do business with you. They want to like you. People are more apt to do business with people that they like than people that they don't like, even if it costs more. And that is an absolute fact. And of course, they want to do business with people that they trust. Makes sense. I've been looking for a vehicle, and actually I found one, and then I was looking at online at the reviews, and not doing business with that dealership. They got a lot of bad reviews. So that's all right. Another vehicle will come along. So again, a big warm welcome. And thank you for being here. The Yes, I Can with the Plan Business Building Academy live show. And if you're watching the replay, thank you very much. And you might want a pen and paper because there's some good little nuggets in here. I think you'll really like. And like I mentioned earlier, today we're talking about how to give them what they want. And we're going to have a case study to really drive that in. And we have a little thumbs up, thumbs down, kind of little, you would take a look at some advertising. What do you think? Yay or nay? And we don't have a hot seat winner today, but if you want to be in the hot seat and go over your business, again, all my contact information will be here in just a little bit. And if you like, there's a little thank you offer just for you. And I'll go over that here in a little bit. So what do they want? What do your prospects really want? I know a lot of people say, the best price. It's actually not about the price. Not at all. Especially if you think about, people buying a Ferrari or something. They're definitely not price shopping. They want to be reassured that they're going to feel good about their decision. Don't we? Isn't that across the board? Whether we decide to do something or not do it, we want to feel good. We want to, yes, that was the right decision. And that's what your buyers want. That's what my clients want. So how do we give that to them? We have to meet them where they are. This is really important, whether you're in business, if you're dating, if you're, talking to a coworker, you need to be where they are. And I'm going to talk about this. I'll get more into this so you'll understand it a little bit better. You want to be in their shoes. So specifically, I'm going to talk about the buyer's journey. And think about when you're buying something. Like I know when my clients are thinking about working with me, they're like, well, am I ready? Am I not? Should I? Shouldn't I? What are the benefits? They think about it for a little bit. That's human. Yeah. So here's what I'm talking about. We go through a journey. And this is actually from a presentation. I just nabbed the slide from that other presentation where I find 50K in 50 minutes for businesses, additional revenue. So if it's something you're interested in, let me know and we can talk about that later. But if you think about yourself, the last purchase that you made, whether it be a car, a refrigerator, an air conditioning unit, whatever it was, didn't you go through, well, should I buy this? Should I really buy this? Yes, no, I don't know. What are the features? What's it going to do for me? Is it going to solve my issue, my problem? Is it going to make me feel better? So you're thinking about it. You're kind of researching it. You're mulling it over. And then we kind of go into, well, those objections to ownership need to be resolved, right? So you're going to have to go through all the, why shouldn't I buy it? And that all has to be resolved. Then we move into, okay, I'm ready to buy. Now, who should I buy from? See, at that moment, we move into what we call the now buyer. And that's actually less than 1% of the people that are actually looking for what you have to offer. See, and sadly, that's where 99.99% of all marketing targets the now buyer and completely leaves the future buyer out of the equation. So you're leaving a lot of money on the table doing this. So we're going to talk about how to not leave so much money on the table. Okay. Here's what I'm talking about. most people are focused on, like I said, the now buyer. And here we have the mutual fund store with Gary. His offer was, get your free retirement consultation, call, and there's the phone number down here, call, fax, and here's a questionnaire. And it's all about contact us right now. Call us right now. And honestly, when it says call, how often do you do that? I bet you less than 50%, because usually when we hear call or we see call us, it means let us sell you, right? And none of us like to be sold. And we're going through the journey of, well, I need to mull it over. I need some education. I need to research, right? That's human nature. And here's another one. The big offer, call. And these are both websites. Most people just have call us. And most people don't call because they're not ready. They're not right now buyers. So what we want to do is we really want to educate our prospects on what it is that you have. Will it solve their issues for them? Is it a good fit for them? And if it's not, next. You don't waste so much time trying to convince them that what you have is a good offer, because really maybe it's not. It's just not a good fit, and that's okay. What I have to share isn't a good fit for everybody, and same with all of us. So there's lots of ways to educate, and there are several strategies I'm sure you've seen. You've probably used many of them. You can offer PDFs, you can offer quizzes, of our videos on your website, or like we're doing right now, right? We're doing a little education here right now. Ebooks, there's no end to different ways that you can educate. Now, it's not all about the strategies. You really want to, like I said earlier, meet your prospect where they are. What are they going through? And you've probably heard me mention in the past, I have a background in marketing, and that's what I did with corporate, was marketing and advertising. And then I quit that because I was completely burned out, and I got my degree in psychotherapy. And the two have married really beautifully. And if you think about, there's a lot of psychotherapy or psychology in marketing. Why do people do what they do? Well, that's psychology, right? It goes hand in hand. So we want to get into the psychology of how can we help our client, our prospect. We want to put ourselves in their shoes. So imagine you're talking with your best ideal prospect, and you're talking like best friends. And this person is saying, boy, if I could just fill in the blank, what would they be telling you? How can you really meet them where they are? Okay, so we're gonna get in a little bit deeper here with some case studies. And I can't go too deep on this show because we have limited time. But if you would like to contact me and have a chat, I'll leave my information here in a little bit. So we've used Dr. John's example in the past. I've talked about his headlines, his subheadlines, and how important those are. And today we're going to focus on what he was doing for education and how we switched that up and what he's now doing, which is so much better and has all the results. I mean, increase, I think, 300%. So his headline is Parenting Advice and Resources from Dr. John Smith. Not really exciting. Not much of a subheadline. Maybe it's specializing in, and then he has several items listed. Emotionally disturbed children. He does behavioral problems. He handles teen pregnancy, handling peer pressure, bullying, self-esteem issues, substance abuse, depression, and teenage rebellion. So think about who the prospect is. It's the parents, right? It's not the children, it's the parents. So let's just take one of these items and focus on, say, emotionally disturbed children. Now, these are kids. You think about these poor parents. Oh my gosh. These are kids that are yelling, screaming, belligerent, can't be reasoned with. Every day is a fight. And, I've shared with you in the past, I had a friend of mine. She adopted this beautiful little girl. The little girl chased her through the house with a knife. I'm crazy. And sadly, she ended up taking the little girl back to the adoption agency because she just couldn't handle her. It was really sad for everybody, just heartbreaking. She felt like, "Hey, I'm the adult. I should be able to handle a child." So there was some embarrassment there, a little bit of shame, and for her to even call a professional offering a free consultation, she never did it because she just felt like, well, I should be able to do this on my own. I don't know why we're taught that, but we are in so many areas. Business owners too. A lot of business owners think, oh, I should just be able to do it on my own. And it's way more frustrating than it needs to be. So a lot of parents may be feeling, no, I don't want to call. So they don't. So his education piece and again, let's focus on emotionally disturbed children. Now, his education piece before it was a video, which is excellent. Videos are great on your website and other places too, like we're doing here. But we want to have the right psychology in there. We want to have the right, meet your client where they are, your prospect where they are, so we can really connect on that deeper level. It's not just run of the mill, same old, same old. So what he used to have in his video, he said, "Greetings, parents. I want to welcome you to Remarkable Parenting. You will find tons of great information here with hundreds of pages of articles." Now, if you think about these poor parents with these emotionally disturbed children that are kicking, screaming, fighting, belligerent, and these poor parents are at their wits' end, would they really want to read through hundreds of pages of articles? Heck no. Oh my gosh, that's the last thing they want. They're probably so overwhelmed already. So now he had to make it very general because his whole website is very general. It's trying to appeal to everybody, which is a big mistake a lot of business owners make. They try to cram it all onto one, like, let's save space kind of. So let me show you what we did when we revised Dr. John's website. We got very focused. And we focused on just the belligerent attitude of the children for this one piece. Now, we addressed the other issues on another landing page. Now, his headline is, "Are you sick and tired of the yelling, screaming, and belligerent attitude of your child?" And remember when we talked about headlines in the first session of this series, your headline addresses the problem that they have that they don't want. And then your subheadline addresses the solution that they want, but they don't yet have. So his subheadline here is, "Now you can discover the secrets to controlling your child and instantly restore peace and quiet in your home." Doesn't that sound good? Wouldn't you say that addresses the solution that they want, but they don't yet have? Absolutely. Now let's look at how we revised the video to really meet them where they are. So I'm going to read this so I don't have to get up so close to the screen and you'll be staring straight into my forehead. So again, pardon me for reading, but now his video says, "As a parent, are you struggling to gain control of your child's attitudes and emotions? Is your child yelling and screaming at you while often displaying a belligerent and sometimes threatening tone that no matter what you do or try, you just can't seem to get under control? My name is Dr. John Smith, and I help parents like you every day learn the techniques that will solve these frustrating and destructive patterns once and for all. In fact, let me prove it to you. Enter your first name and email in the box to the right, and I'll send you a series of 60-second techniques that will immediately restore peace and quiet in your home. Now, you think that just might get more prospects to engage with him? Absolutely. So you see the psychology, we're meeting the prospect where they are. We're giving them what they want. We're giving them information. Now, not just any information, it has to be what the prospect wants. What's going to help them right now. Okay. So I hope that was helpful. Again, use these, watch this again and again. It's recorded, and utilize it, because the results are phenomenal. Just these little changes. I mean, Dr. John, just that one little change increased his income over $28,000 just the first year. And we made other changes that added to his income as well, and more time off, which I think is pretty cool too. So let's take a look at the results, and I encourage you to get a pen and paper here. And I want you to write in your own numbers, because that's what matters, right? So imagine your lead generation, or whatever your lead generation is. You don't have to imagine it. Facebook advertising, Facebook post, Google ads, maybe you're doing some YouTube ads, whatever it is that you're doing for your lead generation. For an example, let's just say here we get 5,000 visitors from lead generation that go to our website. Now, according to digital marketing, the average website conversion rate is 0.67%. So for ease of math, let's just use 1%, okay? So that means if we got 5,000 visitors, we make 50 sales. And if our sales price is $100, that means our revenue just increased by $5,000. Okay. What if we could increase that conversion up to 10%, which is totally doable? We do it every single day, and way above and beyond that, as it should be. Let's be super conservative and just say 5%. I always like to be conservative. I would much rather under promise and over deliver than over promise and under deliver. So under promise, over deliver. So 5% conversion rate means you get 250 sales instead of just 50. And again, at $100, that's $25,000 instead of $5,000. So these little changes have a big impact on your bottom line. So write in your numbers. How many visitors are you getting? What is your conversion rate? How many sales? What's your average order price? And what if you could increase that by 10%? What would that look like for you? It's all about the results, right? So if you want to increase your sales, I encourage you, there's a free video, and it really goes into what I've been talking about on a much deeper level than I'm able to do here on the show. It's a free video. It's at academy.yesicanwithaplan.com. And you'll see this. I just did a screen grab here. The 3 biggest lead generation mistakes small businesses make and how to overcome them all. So like I said, it's free. If you want to dive a little deeper into this, go ahead and grab that for yourself. And if you would like to talk with me specifically and maybe go through your sales process and see how we can find more sales for you, if you want to go to calllisalong.com, there'll be a couple of questions, and then, so we can use our time more effectively. And then you'll have a calendar link. You can jump on my calendar. And I'm starting to lose my voice. So there is a magic formula in marketing. It has been here since the 1800s. But what happened when people started advertising on television, well, it was so dang expensive that they had to shorten the marketing down to little teeny bite size little bites, sound bites, and it just became branding. And they got rid of the education piece. And so now it's just taking a lot longer and a lot more work to close on the back end because they're not being educated. They're not being taken through the entire process. So the magic formula is interrupt, that's your headline, engage, that's your subheadline, educate, like we've been talking about today, and then you make your offer. And we're going to go deeper into making your offer next week. And if you don't want to wait until next week and you want to go ahead and grab that video, that free video that I was just talking about, go ahead. It's fine. You don't have to wait, but we are going to go over it next Monday on the show. But you can get the video at academy.yesicanwithaplan.com. All right, so let's do a little thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm going to get a sip of water real quick. Okay. And if you have a thumbs up, thumbs down that you would like to send it in and you'll get a prize if we use it on the show. All right, so I was really searching for an ad, online, offline, anything that offered some education. There was pretty much nothing out there. And I don't mean education about the company. I mean education about what's in it for me, kind of as a prospect. What's in it for me? How is it going to solve my problem? How's it going to make me feel better? And there was just really nothing out there. This was a painful process to try to find something. So this is a dentist ad. I've crossed out, he had his name and logo up in the upper left. And then he had, and this is a very basic template for a website. He had his location, he had his phone number, his hours. And then here in the middle, he had 3 different locations that I blocked out. And then in the middle, again, just the company name. No headline. It said your local, and area dentist. I took that out because I didn't want to reveal who this belongs to. A picture of mountains has nothing to do with meeting your prospect where they are. I don't think they care about mountains. They care about, are you going to cause me pain? Are you going to try to do a bunch of work that I don't need? Dentists are kind of, sadly, dentists are affiliated with pain and nowadays, doing work that doesn't need to be done. That's very unfortunate. So this just really has nothing to offer. They talk about your comfort and health is our main concern. We want you to feel at home in our office. We offer state-of-the-art care to our patients using the latest dental technologies and techniques where they're conveniently located. All of that is really general. I mean, they all say that. Every single dentist says that. And this is whether you need a tooth replaced, deep cleaning, a smile makeover, we're here to help. We develop a unique individualized treatment plan just for you. I see that a lot too. So there's really nothing special or different about them. And dentists are everywhere. So it's so competitive. They really need to stand out. What makes them different and better? Why would I go to this dentist instead of one of the other 1,000 in my neighborhood? So, and they're in such a competitive industry. This one gets a thumbs down. All right, let's take a look at another one. And again, we're looking for the education and meeting the prospect where they are. So this one had his name and logo in the upper left again. And it just says tax structuring. And I guess that's water in the background. And it says effectively structure your organization. And nothing. I mean, there's just nothing here to work with. as a business owner, I might be interested in this, but there's just nothing here to say, here's some of the benefits. Here's why you want to structure your taxes. Here's, why do I want this? Do I need it? There's just nothing. And like I said, I really, really searched to try to find some good examples that I could give a thumbs up. I looked online, I looked offline. I found nothing. So if you find something that you're like, hey, these people did a good job, send it to me, okay? We'll use it on the show and you'll get a prize. I like to give prizes. All right, so that's just what I'm talking about here. You can get a free class, a marketing analysis, a free product, whatever it is that you want. See how that works? If you'd like to be in the hot seat and go over your sales strategy or really anything that you would like to get better results, feel free to send me an email, lisa@yesican.com, and we'll see if it's a good fit and get you on the show if it is. And I like to give something a little special. And this is a really cool marketing message starter kit. And it's a headline bank of 450 of the most effective headlines ever written. And it usually sells for $149. Sometimes if I'm doing a live event, I'll offer it for $49. Because you're here with me, it's only $9 if you want it. And I'm going to give you the address. It's yesicanwithaplan.com/live show. And I'll have that printed here in just a second. And again, it's a thank you. This is the third live show. So we're just getting started. And like every week, there's a new blooper that happens. And it's always technology related. So it's just my thank you. If it speaks to you, like I said, grab it. So we've talked about your mindset and being in alignment for success, super important, and how to give them what they want. We went through the case studies to try to really give you some examples of how this works, how to connect with your prospects. We went through how can this help your business? So hopefully you plugged in your own numbers there. We did thumbs up, thumbs down. Today it was all thumbs down. We did not have a hot seat winner. So again, if you want to be in the hot seat, just let me know. And I like to give prizes. And also, if you want to take advantage of the headline bank, I will give you that address here in just a moment. Now, for the next show, we're going to talk about the perfect offer that sells for you. Isn't that nice? You could just have a statement. It can be online, offline, but it does the selling for you. And again, like I said, as business owners, I know we can make things way more difficult than they need to be. And this works, and it works beautifully. I love it. So that's going to be next Monday. So I hope you join me. So, and again, if you want something specific, just send me an email, lisa@yesicanwithaplan.com. And again, thank you so much for being here. We had several technology glitches here this morning, but we made it. Here's the address. If you want the headline bank, yesicanwithaplan.com/live show. That's the list of 450 headlines for $9 now instead of $149. And if you want to be on the hot seat, just send me an email, lisa@yesicanwithaplan.com. If you want to send in a thumbs up or thumbs down and win a prize, just send it in email. If you'd like information about our mastermind group, Maximizing Cash Flow for Business Owners, again, send me an email and I will happily get that to you. And if you'd like to participate in the 50K challenge, that's where I go in and find an additional 50K in revenue for your business in 50 minutes without increasing your ad spend. If you'd like to know more about that, just send me an email. And if you'd like a complimentary consultation, okay? So again, with our show, I keep it really low key. I just want to have fun here with you and give you some good golden nuggets, little pieces that you can implement right away. And we'll build on this week after week after week. Okay. And I do hope to see you next Monday. I will be here. And again, if you would like to talk specifically about your business, just go to calllisalong.com. And again, there'll be a little questionnaire, just help us use our time most effectively. And then you'll go to my calendar and then we'll pick a time and we'll be able to chat either on the phone or over Zoom. Zoom is fun. I talked with a gal in Madrid the other day. That was just so cool. I love it. And again, if you want that free video that I mentioned earlier, just go to academy.yesIcan.com. And it's the three biggest lead generation mistakes small businesses make and how to overcome them all. And that's going to go through your interrupt, engage, educate, offer. And we are going to deep dive into the offer next week. But if you don't want to wait, you can grab that now. All right. So I hope this was good. I hope it was valuable and that you implement. That's the key, is implementing, right? So have a wonderful Monday and a wonderful week. And thank you so much for being here with me. All right. Take care. Bye for now.